Okay, well, goodness gracious. I have to say this is downright interesting. Prisoners at the facility in which Luigi is being held in right now. Again, Luigi, just want to be very clear, who is right now Luigi Magnoni, who is right now still right now being investigated. He's currently locked up. Inmates are screaming "Free Luigi" and that his living conditions suck. So I was rather concerned that this was going to happen to Luigi. I think a lot of people were concerned because, look, innocent till proven guilty. We have due process. There's a system of laws. Okay, we have to live by the rule of law. We can't live by mob mentality because it's a recipe for a disaster. Now, are these prisoners maybe doing this for clout or attention for themselves? The media definitely jumped on this story, but it does raise a few questions of overall. Is he truly safe? Will he be okay? Will the court proceedings continue on without any interruptions? Will he get a fair trial? I think all of us, yes, do deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. That means even people who are criminals, yes, deserve to be treated with respect and dignity to the best the system can allow. But we have a system of laws. So I want to play this video. And I know right now this could maybe trigger a lot of people or get their emotions high because, look, there's more to this story. Some things are not adding up, at least from my perspective. And the only way we're going to get the full story is if Luigi is able to tell it alongside with his lawyer and he gets a fair trial. Okay, there's a system of laws. We have to live by them. Innocent till proven guilty in a court of law. So let's go ahead and play this video here and share it with all of you. But I do find it interesting that this is being screamed out right now. So let's go ahead and play this.
This was just from a few hours ago, and here they are, 10 o'clock as promised. They said earlier today, tell Ashley Banfield that Luigi is watching at 10 o'clock. I mean, obviously, you know, that's just a hard roast at this point because they're not near Luigi in any way.
Can I just ask the guys if they can hear me right now to answer yes or no very loud? Does Luigi have television in his single cell?
Oh, Fermilab, what'd you do with that collider machine? Seriously. His lawyer looks like my cousin Vinny, Joe Pesci's character, and which, by the way, I did get a message from somebody saying there's no way, Kit, that you've never seen the movie My Cousin Vinny. The internet is forever. I have never seen the film My Cousin Vinny. Okay? Yeah. It's just one of those things. Surprise. Hey, what's next? Bigfoot's going to walk out of the woods and say, hey, everyone's asking, where is Bigfoot? Why don't people start asking, how is Bigfoot? Okay, there. Anyways. Yes, it's true. Let's rewind that again.
Can I just ask the guys if they can hear me right now to answer yes or no very loud? Does Luigi have television in his single cell?
I don't know what's wrong with my audience. What did I do? My cousin Dickie says, don't worry, guys. I got this. We trust you, my cousin Dickie. Lead the way. Lawyer of the people. This is why you tune into Hardlands Media. You'll never know who'll show up on my show. You'll never know who'll show up.
No.
Unreal. They said no, right? Obviously, we have a little bit of a delay, but they're getting. Yeah, they're getting the questions and they're giving us the answers. So Luigi does not have. Wow, this is quite something. This is the strangest interview I've ever conducted.
Me too, Ashley. You know, according to the Department of Corrections, he's got his own solitary cell. It's not solitary confinement, but he's by himself. It's not dorm style. I'm not sure exactly what those guys got going on in terms of a living situation. It sounds like they're all clustered together. Isn't it interesting to see what accommodations that they have? They got their own light switches. They're obviously watching TV.
They're all doing
past any sort of 10 o'clock curfew, you know. Yeah, they're doing this for you. They're watching News Nation at this very moment.
Don't snitch. Stop snitching. Don't self-snitch on yourselves, gentlemen. Anyways, an article from TMZ, Free Luigi. So Luigi's fellow inmates are giving the inside scoop about the conditions in the prison where he's staying, screaming out about his treatment from behind prison walls. Here's the deal. News Nation shared a clip from outside the SCI Huntington, where a prisoner screamed out top of his lungs, railing against Magnoni's living condition. Continuing on even further, watch the video. The inmate clearly yells, "Luigi's living conditions suck. Free Luigi." It's unclear if he's joking or if he's sincere about his statements. But it does and should raise a red flag because let's say, you have an incident where you have somebody telling the truth. And I think people should look into it, as well as his legal representatives as well, that he is being treated fairly, that he's being fed, and that he is not being abused in any which way. A trial must happen and his story must be told. We have a system of laws, okay? And I will say this for anybody that's facing any kind of accusation. You have due process. A system must play out. And for that, we do have to say that if his conditions are not well and something should happen to him, it is a grave injustice. And it says, once again, more just how deplorable our prison conditions truly are. So, folks, I am encouraging all of you to please share this story and at least try and make sure that everyone is well aware of just how big this story is and what this means for a lot of people. Because as the story has continued to develop, we're seeing more and more posts on social media talking about healthcare. In the aftermath of the election, where Medicare for All was not even brought up by the Democrats, not by Biden, not by Kamala, not by Bernie, the nutless wonder, not by AOC or Nancy Pelosi. I mean, she'll never talk about it. Think Chucky Boy Schumer's going to speak about it? No. Medicare for All was almost an afterthought. The only time I think Medicare for All was truly gaining any kind of momentum or further notice was when forced to vote was happening. And since then, the Democrats made it abundantly clear how they feel about it. They don't want to talk about Medicare for All, but so many of you have the same story. So many of you have the same nightmarish situation in which you have dealt with a loved one or something happened to you or a friend of yours or an associate of yours dealing with the healthcare insurance industry. And corporate media, we cannot forget its role. Be it the larger channels or the smaller ones, all part of that big tentacle octopus. Thank you, Bill Clinton, for signing the Telecoms Act, for making corporate media the monster that it is, so that we lose our ability to get real, proper news. Voters are making their voices heard. Now, this is from a local Fox News affiliate, and I just want to pull this up here. This is what class solidarity looks like, because this is where Luigi's was living at the time. And everybody, I better see leaf emojis or wind blowing emojis in the chat, because this leaf blower is standing in solidarity.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, first let's talk about the community.
So, yes, there is closed captioning in there. And so if you can, you'll probably have to pause it, because that leaf blower boy ain't going nowhere. So let's rewind that real quick, because I should have given you guys more of a heads up. He ain't going nowhere. Why? Because he's standing in full solidarity with Luigi. Help him out, Mario.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, first let's talk about the community reaction to all of this. As you can hear behind me, there is certainly some hostility to even the fact that media is covering this story. So you can see this leaf blower behind me has told us that he will not leave until we do. So we are definitely seeing some of the community members reacting not happy that media is out here covering the story in general. Others have been murmuring. They're saddened by this news. Students are making their way into the Gilman School here behind me. School starts right at 8 this morning. This says 26-year-old Luigi Mangione is now officially charged with second-degree murder.
Love the leaf blower guy. Leaf blower, man, you are our unofficial hero right now. You know what? Because we have the officials, but the unofficials are my underground mad dog killer types. Okay, all right. We stand in solidarity with leaf blower guy.
In this high-profile killing, remember, he was a student at this school, and now he's charged with murder in the brazen killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, a crime at the center of a days-long manhunt as the world watched on, now with ties to our region. In fact, he is the cousin of Republican State Delegate Nino Mangione from Baltimore County. And take a look. Delegate Mangione now putting out this statement on the arrest, saying the Mangione family cannot comment on the news reports about Luigi, and they only know what they have read in the media. The statement goes on to say, quote, "Our family is shocked and devastated by Luigi's arrest. We offer prayers to the family of Brian Thompson, and we ask people to pray for all involved." Meanwhile, during a news conference Monday evening, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro condemned the violence, and police in New York City noting more than just weapons were found on Mangione when he was arrested.
Additionally, officers recovered a handwritten document that speaks.
Look at my no F's leaf blower legend. Melissa Brooke DeHart, don't be breaking our hearts. Sunny day, says leaf blower guy, we salute. Where are my salute emojis? Where are my leaf blower emojis? Where are my leaf emojis? Where are they? Where are they now? Where are they? 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 Come on, folks. This can't be just a couple of people. I better see the whole legion. Boot up and suit up. Boot up and suit up for the leaf blower guy.
To both his motivation and mindset.
I have no tolerance, nor should anyone, for one man using an illegal ghost gun to murder someone because he thinks his opinion matters most.
Now, while Mangione was arrested in Pennsylvania, his roots run deep in Maryland. In 20.
Okay, so real quick, again, as the video is going on, but the reason why I think, again, this is a very fascinating moment is because you're seeing an emotional reaction from people. Now, of course, look, the press has to do its job, but folks, it's corporate media, even its lower affiliates. Say it with me. When have they ever gotten things wrong? Okay, I mean they've gotten things wrong numerous times, but there is clearly an anger and a rage that is building up in and against the system. Okay, when you have people who are denied health care, they're going to get angry. And corporate media did its job. Oh, they did their job. Hold on, hear me out. They did their job in smearing Bernie Sanders and progressives in 2016 and 2020 when the talk of Medicare for all was being covered. They did everything they could to say it was unaffordable, that we couldn't do it, that it was a fool's dream. Hell, I even remember when TYT did a town hall. Yeah, that's right. They did a little town hall. I watched it back in the day. When they talked about Medicare for all, Bernie Sanders was there, including, guess what? Other politicians and representatives from other countries that did have Medicare for all. You know what the shocking conclusion was? That the American healthcare system was downright god-awful. But then the story died. The talk of it died. Those that ran on Medicare for all became so intertwined in the system that we might have really forgotten that those people never really said or followed through with what they meant. People like AOC and the Democrats, the Justice Democrats, brand new Congress, Our Revolution, DSA. Hell, forced to vote was a DSA guideline. It was in their playbook. And when Jimmy Dore and others brought it up and shined it to the light, boy, how quick a lot of those heavyweights just turned away and said, no, we can't do it. No, we got to be pragmatic. All the while during that time frame, how many people have we known suffer because they weren't getting health care, mental care? You know, hey, look, I'm all for people doing their jobs, but I understand the rage against the politicians who have gold-plated health care, and I understand the rage at the media. And I am very concerned about the living conditions of Luigi. I hope that he will be whole and in one piece, that he is being fed and he is not being abused. What he has done is create the conversation for Medicare for all. You see, I said on the show before that a lot of these corporate overlords, these people who are in charge of these healthcare insurance industries, were numbers on a piece of paper to them. Right. And look, if that sounds inhuman and harsh, it's because it's based in fact. Okay. We are numbers on a piece of paper to the top 1%. So when you got car insurance or you got healthcare insurance or you're doing homeowners insurance or anything else of that nature, you're a number on a piece of paper. Just like when it comes down to corporate media, wondering how come our numbers are so low. It's because those numbers on that piece of paper are walking away from corporate media. But see, we're more than just numbers. We're people. We have stories. We have loved ones. We have hopes and dreams and aspirations, wants and desires. But one bad day, you could lose it all. One bad day, you say goodbye to a loved one. It doesn't have to be that way. Now, the rule of law has to happen, and I hope that this trial is done correctly and that we eventually hear the whole story. But no matter the outcome of the trial, the real fight, the real trial now is to talk about Medicare for all, to talk about the healthcare insurance industry and why the United States is lacking behind other countries. We all have the same story. Red state, blue state, big city, small town, Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, Green, Socialist, Boomer, Gen Xer, Millennial, Gen Z. Don't you have the same story? The insurance wouldn't cover my loved one. The insurance couldn't cover my injury. I still have to pay these fees. You have a story. It's all the same. Speak out.
SWAT team took your neighbor today. Watched them as they walked him away. You told yourself extremists come in all different shapes. Met his eyes and lowered your gaze. Is it too late for us to ever change? We are collecting the dust of better days. They're always watching us, but we're never safe. We're not meant to be safe, not meant to escape. We aren't meant to wake. Sheriff stopped your daughter today. Pepper sprayed her twice in the face. He must have had good reason if he'd treat her that way. At least that's what they've taught you to say. But is it too late for us to ever change? Once we're collecting the dust of better days, and they're always watching us, but we're never safe. We're not meant to feel safe, not meant to escape. We aren't meant to wake. Feds arrived and had you detained. Said you'd made some posts they want changed. Tased you till you felt like you'd forgotten your name, or life before they had you contained. Oh, life before they had you contained. SWAT team took your neighbor today.